Water. We all need it. We all know it. We all love it. And yet it is one of the most destructive things that can happen to a home. And so here are 5 key ways to avoid water damage going forward. Hey, thanks for tuning in. My name is Jason. I am an agent in Central Texas. And so today I want to talk about 5 key things to avoid water damage in your home starting today. Some of these are no-brainers. Some of them are something you may already have, and wait till the end for a product that I recommend to avoid potentially thousands of dollars worth of damage. So let's jump into it. First and foremost, according to the Insurance Information Institute, water damage affects roughly 1 in 60 homes, and it accounts for roughly 20 to 25% of all claims on insurance. The average cost, about $11,650 for those claims. So the first tip I have for today is to keep your gutters and downspouts cleared. Throughout the spring, summer, they're gonna get filled up with stuff. Get those cleared out. If they start to overflow, they'll get into the eaves and soffits and cause water damage, possibly even getting into the actual house and getting down the wall, which would be really bad. So definitely keep those cleared up as best you can. I have done some research and hope to do in the future a video on what actual cover to recommend if you're in a heavily wooded area. I do have one side of my house that has a lot of trees, but yeah, definitely your downspouts and your gutters. The second one, monitor water pressure and plumbing issues. As you go throughout the house, you're obviously going to, get used to how it's operating, but make sure that you're going into each bathroom and testing those systems periodically, keeping an eye on the water pressure and making sure that everything is running running the way it's supposed to. Oh, and one more tip. Do not allow for loose toilets. If the toilet is loose, water has a chance to come out from underneath it, and that will cause damage. So if you know the toilet is starting to get rocked a little bit, see if there's a way to tighten it down. Those toilets need to be rock solid. Okay, the third thing is to maintain your roof and chimney. And as a sub point, if you are going to get your roof repaired here sometime soon, or if it's been recently repaired, or if you're moving into a house you don't know, double check to make sure that the chimney, if it needs it, has what's known as a cricket. I'm going to put a picture of it here. The cricket is designed to shed water based off of that V instead of having the chimney come up straight to the roof line in a flat surface where things can get inside this crack here. It actually sheds water off of either direction, allowing a nice smooth slope for everything to be completely drained off and not allowing debris and things like that to stack up. So double check, make sure it has that as well. And number 4 is to just double check the house periodically for the signs of potential mold or mildew. In most likely cases where water is actually going to be present, double check those areas as you kind of spring clean throughout the year, things like that, just to kind of keep a general eye on it. You're going to find it underneath sinks, in your bathrooms, things like that. So just generally be aware to look for those things as best you can. If you are in a spray foam house, that is a whole nother topic for discussion that I will hopefully get to. If that is something that you're interested in or potentially worried about, leave it in the comment down below if you want to see a video on what to do if you have spray foam. And the 5th and final tip is to purchase a couple of relatively inexpensive water intrusion alarms, something that's going to audibly sound off if it does detect water. Most new homes nowadays, in the pan, if you have an AC unit that's up in the attic, it will normally have a pan where if it starts to freeze over, you have an issue, it's going to drain out and go outside. A lot of them have an automatic water detection system where it will actually cut the AC off. So you'll know whether or not there's something that's going on, but you'll not know it quite as fast as an actual audible alarm. And they're a lot less expensive, and most older systems don't actually come with that. Put it inside things like your hot water pan if it's got one. If it doesn't have one, set it up maybe 2 or 3 around the area. Again, they're pretty inexpensive. They just take a little battery. The ones that I like are these ones here because they are a little bit more of a slim profile. It can be set on their edge, and so they're pretty inexpensive, but it could potentially save you from thousands and thousands of dollars should something like that happen. So that's just how I see it. What do you think? Is there anything you would add to this list? Anything you might take away you're not really too worried about? What would you do differently, or what do you do in your own house to prevent things like this from happening? So I want to thank you for staying tuned. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll see you in the comments.